Hello, my friends. Boomy here once again with another video for you, my gaming brothers and sisters. How's everyone doing today? My friends, we have some breaking news coming out of BioWare. That's right, the general manager, McKay, wrote a blog post today to the entire world. My friends, they're letting go of more people. They are. They're firing, laying off, trimming the fat, slimming down, however you want to call it. People are losing their jobs. And, well, just more jobs are now leaving BioWare. I mean, we had the stuff from SOTOR. This is BioWare is trimming, or EA, BioWare, whatever you want to say, is trimming the fat from the company. And they're really just wanting to focus on really 2 games. Could have been 3 with Anthem. I'll never let that go, though. I am still bitter about Anthem. But this affects a lot of real human beings, but let's just get into the post and we'll talk more about this after. An update on the state of BioWare. Hello again. Today, rather than discuss one of our upcoming projects, I'd like to share an update about the studio itself and outline our vision for BioWare's future. In order to meet the needs of our upcoming projects, continue to hold ourselves to the highest standard of quality, and ensure BioWare can continue to thrive in an industry that is rapidly evolving, we must shift towards a more agile and more focused studio. Really, that's business talk for, listen guys, we're probably not making as much money as we were, and we just really need to trim the fat, which is okay to do in businesses. Sometimes you realize, you know what? With this many people, we can actually do the job. So we really don't need all these extra people. And unfortunately, that happened. He continues to allow our developers to iterate quickly, unlock more creativity, and form a clear vision of what we're building before development ramps up. To achieve this, we find ourselves in a position where change is not only necessary, but unavoidable. As difficult as this is to say, rethinking our approach to development inevitably means recognizing our team to match, or reorganizing our team to match the studio's changing needs. As part of this transition, we are eliminating approximately 50 roles at BioWare. That is deeply painful and humbling to write. We are doing everything we can to ensure the process is handled with empathy, respect, and clear communication. With the last point in mind, I want to take a moment to explain how we got here and what we're doing to support our colleagues and what this means for BioWare's current and future games. So that's 50 more people. Now, if you think about it, with SOTOR, 40 people, I believe, it's 40 people, are heading over to Broadsword. So you're kind of looking about 90 people are leaving BioWare, and some already began to move. And remember, the other ones that aren't headed over, And remember, some of the ones that aren't headed over that either got jobs or an EA or just didn't get any jobs outside of it, this is painful. Just remember, these are real people who have families and have real lives. So let's just always remember that as we're doing this. What's happening now? After much consideration and careful planning, we have built a long-term vision that will preserve the health of the studio and better enable us to do what we do best: create exceptional story-driven single-player experiences filled with vast worlds and rich characters. This vision balances the current needs of the studio, namely ensuring Dragon Age Dreadwolf is an outstanding game, with its future including the success of the next Mass Effect. We've chosen to act now in part to provide our impacted colleagues with as many internal opportunities as possible. These changes coincide with a significant number of roles that are currently open across EA's other studios. Impacted employees will be provided with professional resources and assistance as they apply for these positions. While it's unlikely that everyone will find a new role within the company, we are committed to supporting our staff as they navigate this change. Our sincere hope is that they can continue their exemplary work at studios who stand to benefit immensely from their talent. And he goes about to talk about the immediate impact. If you're wondering how all this will impact development of Dragon Age Dreadwolf, let me be clear that our dedication to the game has never wavered. Our commitment remains steadfast, and we all are working to make this game worthy of the Dragon Age name. We are confident that we'll have the time needed to ensure Dreadwolf reaches its full potential. I can also tell you that every member of our team, even those departing BioWare, deserves credit for crafting a spectacular experience. These are our colleagues and friends, and we would not be here without them. I'm so proud of all the work our team has done. So what comes next? While this is an extremely difficult day for everyone at BioWare, we are making changes now to build a brighter future. We're excited for all of you to see what we've been building with Dreadwolf. A core veteran team led by Mike Gamble continues their pre-production work on the next Mass Effect. Our commitment to quality continues to be our North Star. As cliche as this sounds, there truly is never a good time to enact changes like this. But we trust that we have the right leaders and team in place with vision, passion, and proven track records to deliver world-class Dragon Age and Mass Effect experiences that our fans will love. For now, I want to thank everyone at BioWare, past and present, for making the studio what it is. I also want to thank our community for your continued support. We're eager to reveal more about Dreadwolf, and we look forward to discovering what else the future holds. Gary McKay, General Manager, BioWare. So there you have it. From the horse's mouth himself, Gary McKay. Yeah, they're letting go of people. And, sometimes, like I said earlier, sometimes in business, you have to do that. For a business to survive, sometimes you have to start making cuts and trimming fat away. And sometimes, as we did with the whole lockdowns and all that jazz, a lot of companies kind of realize, well, wait a second. A, we don't need as many people. And B, especially in the gaming industry right now, you can do some of your work at home. So, yeah, sometimes you just have to have that business-centered point of view if you want a company to last. Now, I'm not saying BioWare's dying or going anywhere. I'm not saying that at all. However, it would be interesting to see who it is that is departing BioWare at this time. But, again, it's good to see that they're helping people out, trying to find jobs within the place, and, hopefully try to find stuff within the general industry itself. And to all those who have been impacted by this and affected, I am so sorry. A lot of times companies will fire people like during the Christmas season, so thankfully that's not right now. That's just an extra suck right there. But it just goes to show there's a lot of changes happening at BioWare right now. They're only working on 2 games, and these are 2 IPs that are very old. And yes, extremely popular. Cult classics popular, right? But we don't really see much really new coming out of BioWare outside of like newer stuff within the IPs that have been around for forever. But you don't really see them doing anything new. I mean, yes, they had Anthem, which I still believe to this day, Anthem 2.0, if they had just reworked it and actually focused this time instead of rushing it and just, half-assing it, really, it could have been an amazing game. I still like Anthem. I haven't played in a couple years, but I still see people streaming it. I still see people on Reddit talking about it. And yeah, there's still people discovering the game because it only costs $5 on Steam. So there you go. But it just, it just goes to show that I think sometimes BioWare is like, listen, we are really good at doing X, Y. We tried to do Z, we didn't do so well. Well, because you didn't really put all the effort and energy that you put in your more standard and foundational games that you should have put into the newer batch of stuff. But with all the development stuff going on in EA and all the stuff like Respawn and everything, all these other companies are bashing out all these brand new games. But now BioWare is no longer doing Star Wars, with SWTOR going over to Broadsword. And I did check the Broadsword website to see if any more people have been added to their current employed list. And no, it's still 23 people. But I do know that people are moving over to the Broadsword stuff. I know the Darth Malgus statue has been moved from the Austin BioWare headquarters over to Broadsword. However, that's about it. We haven't really heard too much anything else about what's going on at Broadsword. And Broadsword really hasn't said much of anything at all about this. So it should be interesting to see what happens there, but it also should just be interesting to see what the future of BioWare is, and especially for Austin. I think the Canadian counterpart for BioWare is going to do just fine, but I have seen people and heard some rumblings about the question of, well, what's happening to BioWare Austin? So we'll see what happens with the BioWare Austin team, and hopefully they won't be so negatively affected by this, and we get to still have a BioWare Austin. I hope so. But anyways, my friends, let's continue the conversation down below. What are your thoughts on all of these things right here with BioWare releasing 50 people into the wild to see what happens? And of course, adding to the number that have already left with SWTOR going over the Broadsword. Let me know your thoughts. Just keep it civil. Other than that, just let me know your thoughts. Party on. Anyways, my friends, make sure you hit that like button. The more likes we get, the more the algorithm likes us, and we want it to like us. And make sure you hit that subscribe button, become part of the family here at BoomyNation, the freak show of YouTube, the black sheep of gaming. And as always, my friends, remember to be kind. It's about community, and don't forget to spay new to your Wookiees. We'll see you later, my friends. Good day.